perfect way to tell if you're in the right position is set up like you're about to hit it, and your eyes, and this is consistent other than a hand, Keegan Bradley, whatever, your eyes should be directly over the ball. That's kind of a universal constant, is that your eyes should be directly over the ball. An easy way to do that is just set up just like you normally would, and then drop a ball from your eyes. So that dropped pretty much right where my ball would be set up. Okay. Quick little tidbit of why we do that. If you, I'm trying to think of how to explain this. If I'm over the ball, okay, so I drop the ball, it's outside, my eyes are outside the ball. When I look down the line, when I look at the hole, where I think this is aiming is actually going to be right of the hole because I'm looking from over here, okay? So if you guys are over there, get scrunch up just a little bit. Yeah, perfect, right there. Jerry, you stay there. You stay there. So to me, I'm kind of pointing right at the ball. Galen, am I lined up to the hole? Yep. Okay. Do you think I'm lined up with the hole? Or does it look like I'm
from standing
from
here?
Standing right there?
It's kind of hard to tell. Looks to me like you might be a little to the
right. Does it look like I'm aiming at the hole? Okay. That's obviously an exaggerated example, but it's the same thing. If your eyes are over the ball, you're going to think that you're aiming too far right. If your eyes are inside the ball, it's going to look like you're aiming too far left. So if our eyes are right over the ball, they're also right on the line that we're intending to putt on. So that's the most important thing, okay? Another really important putting tip, get good at watching the ball going in the hole. If you go to the practice putting green and you lip out a whole bunch, you're not going to the course with a lot of good thoughts. So sometimes I'll even just sit like 2 feet from the hole and just make as many as I can in a row, just so you see the ball going in the hole. That hole will start looking bigger and bigger, and the more aggressive, not aggressive, the more timid you are and scared that your ball isn't going to go in the hole. I've been there before. I have sat 16 inches from the hole and knew for a fact that that ball was not going to hit that hole. It's amazing.
I've been there too.
It's terrible. Everyone's been there. It's a bad feeling, and that's when golf isn't fun. That's what I try and think about when I'm practicing putting. Is if you make a 10-footer, 15-footer, you feel like you got a stroke back you shouldn't have gotten. But when you hit a 3-putt, you're always thinking about that stroke you lost out on the course. Just to show you, okay, I could be going right at the hole, but if the face is open, it's going left. Transversely, I don't know if that's a word, if I have the face square, it can go right at the hole, you know. So it doesn't matter. Like, I've seen people putt like that, where one of the teachers down in Florida, he would literally, for a while, he would putt like this because it got so in his head that he had to be straight back and straight through. I just say do straight back, straight through, because that's the easiest way for me to keep the face square. I mean, whatever you can do, we want to keep our hands in front of the club and pull down across it and cut across the ball. That's going to pop it up, and that's going to get our best results. So I'll just demonstrate for you here. If I'm hitting this like a full shot, this is about where I am, okay? Now since it's just a tip, but I'm just going to go 5 yards, 6 yards, I'm going to narrow my stance, and I'm going to put the ball right under my sternum. We've talked about the sternum before. That's where the bottom of your swing is. That's where you want the ball to be, because that's where you want the bottom of your swing to ground out, is right at the ball. Because if it's behind, it's going to be hard. You're going to hit behind it, you're going to hit it fat. I'm sure everybody knows what that feels like. If it's in front, you're going to hit it thin. It's going to shoot across the green real fast. That's not good. So in my normal stance here, I'm going to narrow my stance while keeping my sternum directly over the ball. I'm going to take my front foot back, and I don't like to think about opening and closing and everything. I just think about take your front foot back. So what that does is it opens the hips, and so I can just kind of drag my hand over the ball. Now from here, I'm not going to worry about keeping it on plane or any sort of plane. All I want to do is cut across the ball. That's what I think about. So if you think that, I just picture the head of my club going through the ball kind of like this. And that'll basically take care of what your swing, if you just picture what path you want your club to go, it's probably going to go that way. Your body's kind of cool like that. Everyone's an athlete where if you think you want to do something, it'll just happen. So I got an open stance, and I'm just going to pull the club down through the ball. So if I'm trying to hit a draw, all I'm trying to do is to do whatever I can to close the club face. Okay, and that is just basically just turning it over, just releasing that release I talked about. Just do that a little bit early. Okay, so if I get back here, I'm going to start trying to close the club face, so by the time it gets to the ball, it's closed. Okay, and it's not that hard. I mean, basically just right here, close the club face. And that's all you want. Okay, like, I would take that ball flight any day.